Well, here we go, friends. Time to put the new Power Master, rebuilt Power Master, back in the car. All right, I think I've got everything good here. Now I got to try to get this seal back in here first, so it's going to be kind of a pain. Oh, friends, what a headache. I don't know how I'm going to do that. This won't go in there to do thing to that, which is going to be annoying because there's no way to get these in there. Oh, but I can see it. So there's that. So I'm using this screwdriver to barely hold on the ratcheting wrench to the nut, which of course is being hit by 1,000 wires. I'm having to try to tighten it with 2 fingers. So this is where I'll be. Oh, I got a long way to go. Okay, friends, there she is. All put back together, tightened up, plugged in, ready to go. Except one thing. I have one thing to do still. And that is try to contort my body way down there again. So, here goes nothing. Okay. There's you. Okay, there's you. Now we gotta make you two come together. Oh boy. Get up there. Ah! Sure glad I didn't need the light. Remember the first video? So do I. I didn't like this part. That's what we're doing. Trying to get this onto that, and it's not working. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you guys might just be witnessing a miracle. Maybe not. Okay. Ow. Ah.
Long.
Okay, friends, here we go. We got it. We had to basically take the Power Master back off. But, see right up in there? That's what you're trying to do. This part of the Power Master was stuck up here, and it didn't want to go in because it was kind of at an angle. But, yeah, after basically taking the Power Master back off and going through all that, now we have it. So we are good. We are all good. So right now we've got the Power Master installed. We have to put the bottom of the dashboard together, and we have to put the seat in, and basically the inside of the car will be done. Let me show you what we've got done under the hood here. We do have the new radiator in. None of the fan or any of that other stuff is in there yet. We still have to hook up the oil cooler, transmission cooler, put the alternator back on, and a couple of other things in here. A couple of little things with the brakes, and I mean, I know that I wanted to put in a new water pump and timing chain and all that stuff, but honestly, friends, that stuff's working good. All right, well, this is where we are, friends. Got an alternator to put in, got all the pipes to put back on, got the oil cooler. That's what that thing is back there. It goes just on top of, you know, where the oil filter would normally go. And if that leaks, then I'm just going to take that off. And because I've had nothing but issues with that guy. Let's see, we've got the Power Master in, that's ready to go, all plugged up. We just have to bleed the brakes and everything, but Richard Clark wants me to call him because there's a specific procedure that you need to follow when you're first putting these in the car. And hey, if he's willing to talk to me, I'm willing to listen. You know, I've learned so much in this journey of getting this car roadworthy, but we have it all put together from here that way. So we've got the fan on. The air conditioner lines are still undone because basically seal goes right down there. The oil cooler does, and everything else, the radiator hose, everything comes up from there. So that's at the very bottom, so I gotta wait on that. But other than that, everything's done. I was teasing with my wife, that turbo shield hasn't been on there in 20 years. So now that's back on. We got our new mass airflow in, reconditioned mass airflow. We've got the new snake belt, serpentine belt in. We've got the new upper radiator hose in. We've got, oh geez, Power Masters in. Alternator's back on. We had that tested and it tested good. I still have that light flickering issue. So once I get this put back together and, you know, I got to bleed all the brakes, fill up the antifreeze, change the oil. Got a lot of work to do yet, but it's all that kind of stuff. The inside is put back together now. And if I can find time, I have a couple of classes to get done in like 3 weeks. So if I can find time, I want to replace those inserts. I have them. I just have to paint them and replace them. I've got both seats in. Looks great. All that stuff does. The car's dirty, don't mind that. But let's see here, I'll show you. So the seat's in. All the new bracketry. The seat things have been painted. That's all good to go. Yeah, everything's looking really good, guys. We're getting there. We are getting there. I think another good day, and it'll be time to start driving this bad dude. All these body grounds, I've been taking them out, grinding them, cleaning them, and putting them back on. I don't know if that's part of the problem or not with the lights flickering, but it doesn't hurt to do it, you know, so I'm just doing it. Plugged in. Now when I open the door, it should go down. Did it?
It's going down, yeah. Yep.
Staying right at 14 and a half ish. Before it's going between 12 and a half and 15. Hello friends, we're back and we are out of time. I am not even kidding you. I finally finished my college algebra and I passed. Yay. I know, I don't know how I did it. It was a leap of faith, but I got it done. Now it's time to get this done because we are less than 2 weeks away from the 2024 Hot Rod Power Tour. And I haven't driven the car yet. I know. Since last we talked, I have installed the Power Master. We had to get a new alternator. We've put it all back together. We've got our refurbished mass airflow Power Masters installed, and I went through the process of bleeding the brakes and everything and getting that all going, and it's only working intermittently. So that's an issue. But I figured out what was wrong. The connector is as a 4-pin connector. I'll show you guys. It had a bunch of green stuff on it from moisture, I guess, over the years. I don't know. Before I got this car, it sat in a horse barn on the mud, literally for 5-6 years. So that I think is playing into a lot of the issues we're having now. But like I said, we've got a new alternator. Everything's installed. I've also, and I know there's been a little bit of a time lapse since our last video, but I went ahead and installed these. I I really don't know what the heck they're called. There's the parts that go under the headlights and under the bumper. They were falling apart, and as you can see, this is how brittle they were. Look, I mean, you know, I don't know. They're very brittle. I mean, you just hold it and they fall apart. You know, I don't know how they stayed on that long. But we have new ones now, so no worries. They're in there, they look good. This side took 3.5 hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours. That side took 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't make this stuff up. I'm just telling you what's happening. So I'm going to clean the connectors. I'm going to just do general, make sure I didn't forget anything, you know, make sure everything's tightened up. Folks, I think that we're almost ready for a test drive. And I, for one, couldn't be more excited. See? Excited. Mixed with, it's probably 10% excited, 90% really worried that something's going to break. I mean, you know, the car's almost 40 years old. What do you expect? It's going to break. I'm just hoping that I've fixed everything that I knew about, and it's going to be A-okay. Everything's going to go great. The wife's going to be happy. We're not going to get any crashes, which is like, you know, yeah, so let's dive right in. Okay, friends, we're back in this position. Let's see here. So I'm just going to spray these out. Again, I've already done them once, but they're still kind of grody a little bit. And this thing really needs to be replaced. It, by the way, was $9. It was $12 to ship it snail mail. So maybe I should have bought more. I don't know. But anyway, we're just going to spray it out here, clean them up. I got little brushes. These are the smallest brushes I could find, and nothing else wants to go in there. Really wanted some metal, you know, little brush heads, but you take what you can get, friends. You take what you can get. Oh, too much gas. Oh, crap. All right, we're good. No worries, friends. I'll wipe some of it off. It dries pretty fast. It's a little like brake cleaner, I think. I don't know what's in it. It just says it does that, and that's what I needed to do. So take a little bit of compressed wind here. Conductive grease. Yep. I don't think we need a lot. I think this is one of those a dab will do ya deals. With that much, that ought to take me about 1,000,000 years or so to use. But it's all right. I'll never have to spend that $4 again, right? Okay, let's plug this fella in and see what we get. Some of you keen viewers might know that, or notice that I did not bother with the dielectric grease. Oh boy. The reason for that is I'm replacing that plug if it ever comes in the mail. So I want to do the same thing to the brake switch. Even though the switch seemed to be working fine, I'm here, I got the stuff out. Might as well do it. And I think before we go, I'm going to spend a little time maybe detailing the engine, seeing as how we're doing like a 5-day car show. Maybe. See, that one doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, that's fairly clean, really. I think a lot of the brake fluid went down on that one when it was leaking. So, since we're here, friends, since we're here. Get our little squirt brush here. This thing's so weak, it feels like we're just wiping them off with a terry cloth or something. But it's what we got, friends. It's what we're using. Now this one we do not have a new switch coming for, so I'm going to put a little dielectric greaser on it. If I can remember where I put it. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, friends, let's give her a shot. See what happens. If you got two things next to each other, cross them for me, okay? See, there it is. You can actually watch the fluid level go down if you can see that on your TV. So, I don't know if I ever told you the story, but what I was doing, which I guess is a very, very common mistake, is I would see that this passenger side was down to about a third. When I opened the hood, and I thought, oh, where all that brake fluid went? Oh well, I better fill it up. So I'd fill it up, and next time I drove the car, it'd be down again. Now, what in the world? But it was shooting brake fluid everywhere, all through here. All this stuff was just soaked. Well, come to find out, if this guy, me, would have just read the top, it says, you know, clean filter cap before removing, only use .3. Then it says, fill only after applying brake pedal 10 times with ignition off. So what happens is, this fluid winds up in this collection ball that has a nitrogen bag in it, and it keeps it at approximately 800 psi. So when you hit the brakes, you're actually getting the brake fluid from this ball instead of the reservoir. It's a really hinky system, but if it's working right, it'll give you trouble-free service. My problem is it hasn't worked right. So, my fault, someone else's fault, it doesn't matter. It didn't work right. We had it completely rebuilt, the motor redone. The switches were supposed to be redone. This switch was replaced again. The nitrogen ball was replaced, and everything was cleaned up. Let's see if by using the pedal, it turns on. So it's already pumped up right now. I should only pump the brake 2 or 3 times, and it should run enough to refill the nitrogen ball. Let's see. Like I said, it's working now. I don't trust it any further than I could pick the entire car up and roll it down the hill. But it should be good enough to at least take it down the driveway, up by the water spigot, give her a little bit of love. That'll be the first time it's moved. since we started this project. Gosh, what? I don't know, maybe 4 months ago or so? It's been a while. But at this point, officially today, we have 9 days left until we got to be on the road to Bowling Green for the Power Tour. Yeah, I'm going to pull it out and get a little wax on action, and put it back. I don't want to take it on the road with that old plug on there because I'm 90% sure that's the issue. Okay, friends, so we did wind up taking the car for a little ride last night. I know I said I was only going to pull it out the driveway, but golly, it felt so good to drive this whole thing. Anyway, we had 0 issues. It ran absolutely perfectly, but about 1 mile from the house, we did have a little bit of a brake issue. It was not working. So today, thankfully, our new plug came in, and I'm in the process of putting it together, and I found some really bad things when I cut the wire apart. Here's the plug from before, okay? And this is the negative, the ground. So I've already cut it and replaced it, and I wish I would have shown you. I was kind of in the zone there, but it was literally wrapped in duct tape that was melted. Yeesh. Who in the world would wrap an electrical wire in duct tape? I don't know. But it had a bunch of green stuff on it, and it was just really gross. But now we've got her clamped together, fresh copper, clamped, heat shrinked. It should be good to go now. And when I put the voltmeter on it, it said it was getting about 9.5 to 10 volts. So obviously that was an issue for the little motor, the vacuum pump running. So hopefully that'll be fixed. I was kind of going through the little schematic here. And yeah. We definitely had some issues in that wiring harness. So I'm glad we got that. I'm glad that we're fixing that. Hopefully we get a nice strong pump now. It was just intermittent, before, and then that last mile from home, it just kept running and running and running. Well, it could have been the switch not activating. I really don't know for sure, but I'm gonna put this new plug on and we're gonna find out. Okay, friends, plug the switch back in here. Oh wait, before I do that, I gotta check something. So, the C connector is the black one here. .1256. It's hard to do this one-handed. All right. So, yeah, that's basically 0. So we'll do this one. And 1256. That means, and then we'll do a body ground. 1256. That means we have a perfect body ground in our wire now, which before I didn't show you, and I wished I would have. It was bouncing between 9, 10, 11 at best. Wasn't even hitting 12. So we're definitely having improvements there. I still don't know what kind of idiot would use duct tape on automotive electrical wiring. Oh well. Okay, it's fixed now. We get her all buttoned up, wrapped up, plugged in. We'll see how it works. Okay, friends. I guess this is the big moment. Let's see. It should turn on because it's depressurized when I hit the key. So, here goes nothing. Okay, that was about 21 seconds, which is perfect. It turned on as soon as I turned the key. Yeah! Cha-ching! All right. So, let's go pump on the brakes. I've got the old charger plugged in there because I'm not running the car. By the way, how does she look with a bath? It's been dusty for so long. Kind of forgot how nice it looks when it's cleaned up. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Now I should pump it twice, and it should just go. There's one. Oh, turned on. Seven seconds. Okay. Seven seconds again after two pumps. That was 8 seconds, I think. I don't know. I'm counting in my head. 1, 2. Eight seconds again. So far, it's working exactly. There we go. 7 seconds. Close enough. I mean, this isn't a game of exacts here. And it runs a lot stronger. Before, when it was running, it was kind of up and down, you know. But now we got a good solid negative ground on there. So just give her the old beat up test here. Pretend like we're sitting in Chicago traffic or something. Hold that brake. We're holding her tight. We're still holding it. The pedal's not going down any further. If it's gonna brake, I want it to brake now. Not in the middle of Nashville traffic, you know. See how many miles did we put on? Boom. Let off of it. Push it again. Oh, there's twice. Friends, as of right now, I'm satisfied. And I can tell you one thing I am tired of looking at. And that is that hood being open. I want to close that thing and go cruising. And we are closer than ever to being able to do that. Now, one thing I wanted to do was change the oil. Another thing I noticed when we were on the highway, I set the cruise about 68, 69 or so. It was a 70 mile an hour zone. And about 24 or so of those miles were just with the cruise on. And it just performed flawlessly. It was nice and smooth. I didn't rap on it any, real hard or anything. But I did notice a little bit of a shake in the front end. Now, friends, we have brand new tires. That was the first time they've ever rolled on this car. So I'm going to go in and double check my wheel bearings, make sure that they could have seated a little better and there might be a little loose. We're going to do that. We're going to change the oil again and filter. I got a Wix because, you know, Wix. I mean, Wix filters are about the best you can get. So I'm going to sign off for now. Hold on, one more time. Ooh, that brake pedal feels so good. I mean, it feels exactly like it should. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but those are the back brakes clicking. So I'm the kind of person that worries all the time. Okay. I wanted a little bit of assurance that my Grand National is going to be in the hotel parking lot in the morning when I get done eating my scrambled eggs. So, what do you guys think? This is just one of about 5 things I'm going to disable. This is like the one extra thing I'm going to do. Might deter somebody, I'm not sure. Yep. Do you think that'll help deter somebody? Yeah, that's right. Well, friends, it's been a long journey. We're approaching 5 months now. We have everything done on the car that we wanted to get done. We've installed the radiator, we've installed bumper fillers, we've redone the rear end, we've got it charging now with the new alternator, we've gone through wires, we've changed hoses, we've changed tires, we've changed brand new brakes all the way around, repacked bearings, redone rear seals, put in new springs, put in new shocks, put in new sway bar links. We've had the Power Master rebuilt. We've put 117 miles on the car. It was performing absolutely flawlessly. That was on Tuesday. Last night, wife and I decided, you know what? One more run, just to make sure everything is rock solid, ready to go. But I had one more job to do, and that was adjust the headlights. By the way, they should drop 2 inches for every 20 feet. I start the car up to move it about 5 feet forward so I can use the garage door as, you know, my thing to measure, 24 up at 20 feet. It should be, because they're 24 inches up to the bottom of the light, and it should be 22 inches on the garage door if everything's level. Power Master didn't turn on. Brake light turned on, and now it will not run, the Power Master. You unplug it and plug it back in, and it just clicks. Funny thing is, there's actually a positive charge on the outside of the Power Master motor. That can't be good. I'm no mechanic, I've said that from the get-go, but that's a bad one. So, as of right now, we're going to be out of the Power Tour. But, you know what? I'm not taking it unless I feel it's 100%, because I'm not going to be riding down a Tennessee mountain and not have brakes. I already knew we were not going to have air conditioning. I tried pumping that up, and the pump never turned on. I tried tricking the switches with the loop and all that. I'm okay with that. That was going to be our one issue. I thought, you know what? That's the issue. Maybe I'm working with Richard Clark's Garage. There might be a cannonball trip. It is Friday. The tour starts on Monday. I would have to leave at midnight tonight, get there at about 10 o'clock or so in the morning. It's 609 miles. They're working on finding out if somebody's going to be there or not. I'm not taking the car on the Power Tour unless it's good to go. Either way, we're going to get it fixed. If I have to, they're not going to be there on Saturday and I have to ship it and everything, then that's what we'll do. And in a week or two, we will have a functioning car. Hopefully. And you know what? If we don't make the Power Tour this year, there's always next year. Either way, at the absolute end of the day, this car is now, once we get the Power Master fixed again, this car is now roadworthy. And it hasn't been roadworthy in 22 years. And probably before that, because it sat in a horse barn for 5, 6 years, maybe 7 before I got it on the mud. So the lady I bought it from, super nice lady, she bought a new PT Cruiser, and that's when she parked this one. At the end of this, we're at least going to be able to drive to car shows, take it around, enjoy it. You know, I promised my wife some ice cream. By golly, she's going to get it at some point this year still. And don't forget, this is a car and motorcycle enthusiast channel. We'll definitely be having some rides. I live in southern Indiana, so there's a lot of beautiful roads here to ride. Guess where I am? I am in Burlington, North Carolina at Richard Clark's garage. These things are everywhere. Grand Nationals, as far as the eye can see. Look at that. That one right there? Yeah, that's a GNX. Just sitting there, like nothing. The Power Master did crap out. There's a relay in the motor that died, and I brought it here, and I could have shipped it, but you know what? For me, once in a lifetime opportunity to get here. So the wife and I jumped in her Buick. Can't get it right. It's a GX. I'm kind of missing the N. But anyway, 620 miles, cannonball run down here. They've already fixed the Power Master. It's sitting on the test thing, working perfectly again. And we'll be leaving tonight. We'll be home tomorrow. Another cannonball run all the way home. And yeah, so that's what we are. Look at that. I can't believe that. Just point to it. Right there. Just sitting there. Hollowed ground, friends. Hollowed grounds. All those trailers, they're filled with, just full of OE parts. Amazing. For me, hollow ground. I love it here. I don't want to go home, but the wife says I have to. Friends, want to thank you guys for coming along on the journey to get this beautiful car up and running again. It's so nice to be out cruising. We didn't get to go on the power tour this year much as we wanted to. We cannonballed all the way to Burlington, got the Power Master fixed. We got back on Sunday. By the time I got it put on, it was just, I didn't have any test time on it. I just didn't want to take any chances. So we didn't go to the power tour this year. By the way, many props to Richard Clark and Pete's dog, of course, for they had that Power Master up and running again inside of a half an hour, friends. A half an hour, and that thing was good to go. It was a relay on the motor that makes the pressure or whatever is what went bad. But anyway, also many props to the people at the Hot Rod Power Tour, because, you know, we called them, emailed them, and told them that we weren't going to be able to make it because of an issue with the car, and they refunded our money. Yeah, sure enough, they refunded our money. And, you know, honestly, friends, if someone were to ask me if I'd rather gone on the power tour or spend the day at Richard Clark's, I would honestly tell you that yes, I'd rather spend the day at Richard Clark's. But now we have running, driving, and stopping Buick Grand National. We just are on our way back from a little car show little Thursday night gathering they do here in the little town we live in. And it was a lot of fun. But there's still more to do. We still have things to do. So you've definitely not seen the end of the Grand National. And there's plenty of other, cars around that we can work on and maybe fix a little thing here and there. But you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can see the up and coming adventures. Steve and his greasy fingers. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to you later then. Bye now.